Well, I will return to our theme of the day, the word discourse particles, the much maligned but actual part of speech. It's defined in the encyclopedia as a lexeme which has no direct semantic meaning, having rather a pragmatic value. It serves to structure interactions and show attitudes. So some of you might be surprised that this part of speech that's aligned here at Toastmasters, and actually Toastmasters is mentioned in this book like prominently as charging people a nickel at meetings or blowing horns when they do it, and for good reason. When you're doing a presentation like this, it doesn't really serve a purpose. But a one-on-one interaction, the and actually the for example, in English, because in every language there are such discourse particles represented, but on one-on-one, they serve a purpose. They send a clue about a pause that might be coming. The is actually longer than the in English, and this is something that they have started observing even at age 2. Children will actually start using it and using it for a purpose, to signal, for example, that they're going to use a new word. The author of the book relates a story where he probably heard his 20-month-old start speaking. He asked him, "How's it going?" And his reply was, wheels. So he was very proud because of his study that he used it, and his point about that was that it does serve a purpose on one-on-one communication, but as we've discussed here, it doesn't serve much purpose in Toastmasters. In fact, one way they use to train people to stop doing it is to start a speech with a very small group of people, like maybe one-on-one. You and I would be here, and after I get comfortable speaking with you, start bringing other people in. And because what happens is when you're up here doing public speaking, you try to use the way you do in an individual conversation, but you can't respond. I can't get your individual responses. So what would be the point of me doing it? It doesn't serve a purpose. So I have to be trained that it doesn't have value, that I can stand up here as I consciously try to think about not doing it while I'm talking to you about it, that I shouldn't be doing it and there's no purpose. So again, I will be back with more of the history and trivia of after our next prepared